Hi Catherine. We'll just go through the two videos. The one on the left hand side is the first one. I just want you to note this sort of little dot placed on your sort of close to the right pocket. So as you would work the club up to the top of the swing, you would get what's called a lot of extension in the spine away from the target. Um, there's very little what you would call side bend in the swing here. So in this position, we'd really look for the left shoulder to sort of be significantly lower than the right shoulder. From here, obviously it's hard to see, but you can almost get the sensation of this left shoulder actually being in a higher position to the right shoulder. It limits numerous things. You can see the spine gets very tilted away from the target. It's very hard for you to sort of get the club any further back than you have. It limits how far the hands can travel back. A lot of this is caused because there's quite a big shift with the hips in terms of mass towards the target, and most good players actually get a little bit of shift towards the target, but it's probably just a touch too much for where we want to be. So really just keeping it simple. The swing on the right hand side now, we're feeling that this left shoulder, if anything, is just working down and underneath this line. You've still got the movement with the hips to the target, which is fine. But you can see now at the top of the swing, a much stronger position. The club can work much further back. The hands are much further back. You get the feeling of being a little bit more on top of the ball. And from here now, you can create that sort of zero attack angle with your 5 wood, which is kind of where we wanted to be. Whereas the one on the left hand side here, you would be getting sort of 6 or 7 degrees up on the ball. So when the ball's on the ground on the fairway, it's going to be really difficult to to get a decent strike on that. But you can see now again, much more like the right shoulder here is much higher than the left, so much easier for you to maintain the spine angle, or we call it the pivot. Um, from here, so much easier to hit the ball, and you did. Just a couple of brief changes, bit of side bend, crack the pivot, massively improved the strike.